Jay Simon's Morning Blend. We're going to talk about three movies today. We're going to get started with About My Father, which stars Sebastian Maniscalco, Robert De Niro. I'm going to get started with, of course, Janelle, because we got to see it. Janelle.
It was okay. It had parts that were humorous, parts, that little bit drag, but I mean, overall, it was a feel-good movie. Robert De Niro is always fun to watch on the screen, especially as he gets older. I think he's just enjoying being him, it was an okay movie. It was
Yep.
better than what I thought, but just still overall okay.
Yep, it definitely was. And I was surprised. I didn't recognize Kim Cattrall at first. It took me a minute, but I finally recognized Kim Cattrall. I have to agree with you. So, what would you give it as a rating?
I would probably give it about a three. It was, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily go to the theater to see it, but it would be worth, streaming at home, especially with your parents. I took my parents there. Hi, mom and dad.
Yep.
But yeah.
I give it a three too. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. All right, here's a movie we all got a chance to see. It was Kandahar. Gerard Butler is a CIA agent. Of course, we know how that goes. I'm gonna get started with Tony because he had a few words to say about it. Tony.
Look, I don't.
You froze.
And Tony freezes just as he gets started. Janelle, what did you think?
Again, it was an okay movie. Having seen The Covenant a few weeks ago, then this, it's very much, Afghani translator needs to be rescued by, a good old American.
Yeah,
So it was okay. It had its moments, but I think it having seen that, you were constantly reminded of a better version of it. So it was okay.
right. And I gotta say the same thing too. I thought it was pretty good too. After seeing the Covenant, yeah, Tony had a few words about that too. I thought it was pretty cool. It was exciting. It was a lot of fun. Typical Gerard Butler movie. Let's see if Tony's got a few things to say real quick.
Yeah, I'll pop in. Sorry for the internet connection. Pulse pounding, adrenaline fueled. Look, one of the coolest sequences I've seen since honestly since John Wick with that nighttime chase sequence. That was phenomenally well done. Yes, it has pacing issues, but there was a lot to like here. And Gerard Butler didn't try to be his normal, brawny self. Like, yes, he carries the load, but the supporting cast here has a lot to do as well. And Butler just kind of had a more reserved performance, and I think it made it work. But I had a lot of fun with it.
You know what? I got to bring up what I talked about the other night, which was, come on now. I'm really starting to get into these scripts, these unbelievable crap. You know that they're coming out to get you. You know what's going to go on, but you're sitting relaxed in a hotel like nothing's going to happen to you. And you're sitting in the house where they know you're at. You need to clean everything out. Get the hell out. I do not agree with that stuff. I'm getting tired of the impossible stuff. Stuff doesn't make any sense. Okay. What would you rate it, Janelle?
Again, I would give it a three. It's again good for streaming. I wouldn't exactly rush out to the theater to see it. Um, that was me having seen it streaming. So I mean, I can't really tell you what that night sequence might look like on a big screen. But even then, maybe worth $5, $7. But it was okay. It was a three.
Tony?
For me, 3.5 out of 5. Definitely worth the $5 Tuesday or $6 Tuesday now. Maybe not full price, but it's 100% worth the watch for sure.
Three and a half. I give it three and a half. So we'll go with three and a half. Wow, we're moving right along here. Now, I'm gonna let you guys talk first about the Little Mermaid. We're about to get. Hang on one second. Here we go. All right, here we go. Let's talk about the Little Mermaid. Tony, you could no. Let Janelle go first this time. Yeah, Janelle.
Once again, I'm gonna be like, it was okay. It was a typical live action Disney movie. I think she did a great job, but she honestly sounded exactly like the Little Mermaid from the cartoon. I mean, like it was great to see a live action of it, but it very much was a shot for shot, script for script of the original cartoon movie. Outside of her and Melissa McCarthy, the rest of the cast is pretty forgettable. Um, but I mean, like that's it. It was okay. It was okay. It was better than the Lion King live action, but it wasn't. I saw the cartoon. There was it doesn't do the cartoon any disservice, and it doesn't blow me away. It was great visually. The visual effects were phenomenal, but it's because it was just an exact replica of the other. It was okay.
Tony, real quick.
Breathtakingly gorgeous. The visuals are stunning. Halle Bailey is fantastic. Anyone that doubted her, you'll put your reservations at rest. She's fantastic. Melissa McCarthy fully bought in. Daveed Diggs was hilarious in my opinion. Awkwafina even worked to a certain extent. But the film is overly long, folks. I mean, this is almost an hour longer than the original. And here's a world exclusive for everybody here in St. Louis. James has never seen the original.
So I'm going to chime right onto it. I have to agree with you, Tony. Visually, it was unbelievable. It was fantastic. I mean, Halle Berry, you're absolutely right. Awkwafina was definitely great in this. Yes, she was there. All of them were great. All right, rating 5 out of 5 for me. Tony, real quick.
3 out of 5. This one's flat, and the magic is recycled, unfortunately.
Janelle?
Aside from representation, that's what this is for.
I would agree that it's about a 3.5 out of 5. I mean, you're right, it is visually stunning, but a movie needs more than that. And like, especially if you're trying to just readapt something that's already been out there on the screen. So I mean, outside of visuals, yeah, it's the same old 3 out of 5. 3.
All right, so Melissa McCarthy, Halle Berry, here we go. 3.5, 3.5. I gave it a 5. Would you say 3.75 or would you say 4? Give it a 4.
Go 4.
Go for it. We'll go for 4.
I mean, it's long. It's not going to keep kids' attention for 2 hours and 15 minutes.
I don't know. It kept my attention really good. I didn't even go to the bathroom. I waited to the very end, and I finally went to the bathroom. I was totally relieved. I felt like I was filling the seat with whatever I had. Anyway.
Oh, you were sitting next to me. Now I'm alarmed.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. We will see you next week.